Volkswagen Golf GTI is not what I expected, and I mean that in the best way possible. Because going into this car, I thought I already knew what it was. A quick hatchback, fun to drive, practical enough, a little sporty, and that's it. But after spending real time with it, I realized the Golf GTI is playing in a completely different league of its own. It's not trying to be the fastest car. It's not trying to be the loudest car. It's not even trying to impress you on paper. And somehow, that's exactly why it works so well. Let's start with the first impression. The design of the Golf GTI is subtle, but intentional. It doesn't scream performance the way some cars do. Instead, it has this clean, mature look that only people who know cars will fully appreciate. The red accents, the signature grille line, the sporty wheels, and the slightly aggressive stance all come together in a way that feels balanced. It's sporty without being childish. It's practical without being boring. And that balance is actually harder to achieve than most people think. When you walk up to it, you don't feel like you're about to drive a supercar. You feel like you're about to drive something smart. Something engineered for real life. And that's where the GTI starts to surprise you. Now open the door, and you're greeted with an interior that feels modern, but still familiar. Volkswagen didn't try to overcomplicate things here. Everything is driver-focused, clean, and easy to understand. The seats immediately stand out. They're supportive, comfortable, and give you that classic GTI pattern that feels iconic at this point. It's a small detail, but it matters. Because when you sit inside, you instantly feel like this is a driver's car. The dashboard is simple but high quality. The materials feel solid, not cheap. The layout is logical. Nothing feels unnecessary or over-designed. You get a digital cluster, a central infotainment screen, and everything is positioned where your hands naturally go. It's one of those interiors that doesn't distract you from driving, and honestly, that's becoming rare in today's cars. But here's where things start to change. When you press the start button and take off for the first time, the GTI doesn't hit you with drama. It doesn't try to shock you. Instead, it feels smooth, controlled, and surprisingly refined. The engine is responsive, but not aggressive in an overwhelming way. It's like it's saying, I've got power, but I don't need to show off. And that's the first thing that surprised me. Because most sporty cars these days want to announce themselves. Loud exhaust, sharp throttle response, stiff suspension. The GTI takes a different approach. It feels confident without being loud about it. But don't get fooled by that calmness. Because the moment you push it, the Golf GTI wakes up. The acceleration is quick, clean, and consistent. It doesn't hesitate, it just goes. And what makes it even better is how usable that power feels in real-world driving. You're not waiting for high RPMs or perfect conditions. The GTI delivers performance in everyday situations. Merging onto highways, overtaking slower traffic, or just enjoying a back road, it responds instantly. And this is where it starts to make sense why the GTI has such a strong reputation. It's not about peak numbers. It's about how the car feels in normal life. Now let's talk handling, because this is where the Golf GTI really shows its personality. Turn the wheel, and the car responds immediately. It feels tight, controlled, and predictable. There's a sense of connection between you and the road that a lot of modern cars have lost. You don't feel disconnected or isolated. You feel involved. The steering is light enough for daily driving but still gives you enough feedback when you push harder. The chassis feels planted, especially through corners. And the best part, it doesn't punish you when the road gets rough. That's a big deal, because a lot of sporty cars sacrifice comfort for performance. The GTI somehow manages to give you both. You can enjoy a spirited drive on a twisty road and then immediately switch to a comfortable commute home without feeling exhausted. That dual personality is where the GTI wins. And I think this is why people underestimate it at first. On paper, it doesn't look extreme. It doesn't sound extreme. But in real driving conditions, it feels perfectly tuned for the real world. Now let's talk comfort, because this car is more livable than most people expect. The suspension is firm enough to feel sporty but soft enough to handle daily roads without stress. You're not bouncing around. You're not constantly aware of every bump. Instead, it just glides with control. Road noise is well managed. Wind noise is minimal. The cabin stays calm even at higher speeds. And that makes long drives genuinely enjoyable. This is not a car that tires you out. It's a car that makes you want to keep driving. Now technology. Volkswagen has improved a lot in recent years, and the GTI reflects that progress. The infotainment system is modern, responsive, and packed with useful features. Navigation, smartphone integration, driver assistance systems, all of it is there. Some of it takes a bit of learning at first, but once you get used to it, it becomes second nature. The digital cockpit also adds to the modern feel. You can customize what you see, whether it's performance data, navigation, or simple driving information. It keeps things flexible without being overwhelming. But here's something important. Even with all the tech, the GTI doesn't lose its identity as a driver's car. And that's rare. Because a lot of modern cars become screens with wheels. The GTI still feels like a car first, and tech second. Now let's talk practicality, because this is where it quietly dominates. You get usable rear seats. You get a decent-sized trunk. You get hatchback flexibility. This is a car you can actually live with every day. Grocery runs, road trips, commuting, even small family use, it handles all of it without complaint. And that's what makes it so special. It's not just a fun weekend car. It's a daily driver that happens to be fun. That combination is why the GTI has survived for so long in the market. Now here's the real takeaway after spending time with it. The Volkswagen Golf GTI is not about extremes. It's about balance. It's fast enough to be exciting, but not intimidating. It's comfortable enough to daily, but not boring. It's practical enough for real life, but not dull. And most importantly, it's fun in a way that doesn't require excuses. You don't need a perfect road. You don't need perfect weather. You don't need a special occasion. You just drive it, and it makes everything better. That's why it surprised me. Because I expected a small sporty hatchback. What I got instead was one of the most complete all-around driving experiences in its class. So if you're someone who wants a car that can do everything without feeling like a compromise, the GTI deserves serious attention. It might not be the loudest option. It might not be the flashiest option. But it might just be the smartest one. And after driving it, I finally understand why people call it a legend. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. Do you think the Golf GTI is still the best hot hatch on the market, or has the competition finally caught up?